If you have recurring abdominal pain or discomfort, bloating, and constipation, see your doctor. You may have a medical condition called IBS with constipation. And now there's a medicine for women that works at the source of the problem. Prescription Zelnorm. Only Zelnorm's proven to relieve the symptoms of IBS with constipation. Unlike laxatives and fiber, only Zelnorm helps coordinate the nerves, muscles, and fluid in your GI tract, so it starts functioning more normally, and you can start feeling better. Zelnorm is only indicated for women, but it doesn't work in all women. You should not take Zelnorm if you have a history of diarrhea, kidney, liver, or gallbladder disease, intestinal blockage, or adhesions. Tell your doctor if you get diarrhea or cramping, worsening of abdominal pain, dizziness, or headache. Ask your doctor about getting relief with Zelnorm. Zelnorm, be yourself again.
Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Think Big sales event with just announced savings on every Lincoln and Mercury, including the award-winning Mercury Grand Marquis. With 5-star safety and no charge leather seating, a $995 value. Add it all up, and Grand Marquis offers a total value of $4,495. During the Think Big sales event, see your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
If you want to get a jump on the day, you better get started the night before. Tylenol PM stops your pain and eases you into a restful night's sleep, so you wake up refreshed. Safe, non-habit-forming Tylenol PM.
Inside every can of Minwax is the secret to enhancing wood's natural beauty. Minwax's rich wood stains and long-lasting protective finishes make it easy to turn any house into a beautiful home. Minwax, making wood beautiful for 100 years.
Action! Remember, when you hit the water, I need you to hydroplane out of control. Water! Remember, out of control. Cut! No, cut! Cut. Okay, fire the stunt driver.
The Michelin Hydro Edge with our special hydro shoes. It's our best performing tire in its class. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
One of the men allegedly behind the biggest accounting fraud in U.S. history surrendered today and was arraigned in federal court. Bernard Evers, former CEO of WorldCom, pleaded not guilty to deceiving investors to the tune of $11 billion. The accused Evers, who could get 25 years in prison if convicted, was released on $10 million bail. These are not happy times in the Magic Kingdom, otherwise known as the Walt Disney Company. Months of turmoil came to a head today at a shareholders meeting. CBS's Jerry Bowen has the inside story of the kingdom and the power.
California's Disneyland may be the happiest place on earth, but 3,000 miles away in Philadelphia, company shareholders weren't feeling the love.
It was great while it lasted. It's time to smile, bow, and for him to back away.
After 20 years at the helm, Disney chief Michael Eisner,
I love this company,
was facing a mutiny. Even with rising share prices and record movie revenues, critics want him to walk the corporate plank. From big pension fund managers holding millions of shares of Disney stock.
With Michael Eisner's leadership as the imperial leader of Disney, a lot of the magic in the Magic Kingdom is now gone.
To his one-time friend Roy Disney, Walt's nephew, who Eisner forced off the board of directors.
We've run the Disney business down to a place where it should never have gotten.
Eisner is blamed for Disney's once proud animation division's failure to produce more hits, for personnel decisions that proved embarrassing and expensive. His severance package for Michael Ovitz, the president he hired and fired in just over a year, was an estimated $140 million. Disney exec Jeffrey Katzenberg, whom Eisner called a little midget, got a $250 million settlement and revenge when he formed DreamWorks. The animated monster Shrek is said to be modeled on Eisner's face.
You have a guy who doesn't listen a lot to other people's points of view, doesn't have respect for a lot of people in this world.
A guy in trouble. Ratings are way off for Disney-owned ABC. Hugely successful Pixar animation ended its partnership. Disney parks are accused of declining quality. Comcast has launched a hostile takeover. And today, shareholders voted.
Dramatic change is needed now, and that Michael Eisner must go.
Eisner ran unopposed, so he'll stay for now as both Disney chairman and CEO. But the shareholder revolt served notice that life at the happiest place on earth has turned really grumpy. Jerry Bowen, CBS News, Burbank.
Straight ahead on the CBS Evening News, more problems with a popular SUV. Why their front wheels keep falling off and what is and is not being done about it. An Eye on America investigation next.
I used to be laid back about everything. Nothing's too serious for me, especially my heartburn. Sure, most days it felt like I'd swallowed a blowtorch. It wasn't serious. So what if I practically had to sleep standing up like a horse? It wasn't serious. Fine, yes, I changed my diet. I started exercising more. It helped a bit. But then one day as I was chasing my breakfast with cherry-flavored antacids, it hit me. Maybe my heartburn is serious. So I go to my doctor, and she tells me I have acid reflux disease. Acid reflux disease! But then she prescribed Prevacid because it helps prevent the acid and heal the damage. So I keep doing all the right things, take one Prevacid once a day, and I can be my laid-back self. Seriously.
Prescription Prevacid actually helps prevent acid where it starts by turning off many of the pumps that produce it. Prevacid has a low occurrence of side effects such as diarrhea, abdominal pain, and nausea. Other serious stomach conditions may still exist. Ask your doctor for more information and if Prevacid is right for you. Help prevent the acid with Prevacid.
These guys, like family. So when I learned 1 in 3 men faces prostate problems...
He had to switch to One-A-Day Men's.
One-A-Day Men's Health Formula, a complete multivitamin plus lycopene, which Harvard studies have linked to prostate health.
Gotta watch out for my guys.
One-A-Day Men's.
These days, I welcome the morning rush.
Could Procrit be right for you? Talk to your doctor about Procrit or call 1-800-PROCRIT.
Okay, I open the thermocare box, and I think, wow, what is this? And while I'm wondering what a heat wrap does, I realize, whoa, it gets hot. Then I put it on my aching back, and it really starts to sink in. The heat, I mean. It's like a heating pad without the cord. It goes anywhere. Ah. And before long, my aching back is not aching anymore. I feel like I could do backflips. Bad idea.
They say, when you're over the hill, this...
Hi, I'm Jerry Taylor, owner of Taylor Auto Sales in downtown Lyman. We have been a part of your community for the past 25 years. We sell the nicest pre-owned vehicles available, and we treat our customers the way we want to be treated ourselves.
And I'm Junior Taylor. I handpick every vehicle, ensuring that the one you select for you and your family is the highest quality available. You can shop us on the internet, or you can take the short ride to Lyman to find out why you see and hear our name so often. All we ask is an opportunity to earn your business.
Who thought they were meeting an underage teen.
It's worse than we realize, it's worse than parents realize, it's worse than law enforcement realizes.
Tomorrow, how the elaborate sting worked, and a surprising look at who got caught. Eye on America on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
France said today a shadowy extortion group is threatening to blow up French train lines unless it is paid $5 million. Workers for the French National Railway are inspecting 20,000 miles of track for bombs the group says it buried. Police say they found one bomb under tracks in central France after the group told them where to look. We have a follow-up now to CBS's Eye on America investigation of widely reported and potentially dangerous suspension failures on Dodge Durango SUVs. After CBS's Mika Brzezinski broke this story last fall, she heard from many more owners of the Durango and the related Dodge Dakota pickup. Here's more of CBS's ongoing investigation.
This is exactly where it happened.
First, it happened to Tina Check, a mother of 2 from Massachusetts.
It actually felt like my front fender had fallen off.
48 hours later, it happened to Kate McGeehan Sawyer, a pregnant mother of 3 from Maine.
I was trying to steer, lost control of the car. I thought the car was going to roll over, and I thought that was the end.
Both women were driving their 2000 Dodge Durangos.
The entire wheel fell off.
The wheel just flew out.
For months, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, has been investigating whether premature wear on Dodge Durango and Dakota upper ball joints have been the cause of numerous accidents. They've received 749 Durango complaints, compared with just 14 for the Chevy Blazer and 12 for the Ford Explorer.
The tire was bouncing across 4 lanes of the road.
Since our first investigation aired last October, viewers have shared hundreds of stories about upper ball joint problems on their Dodge Durangos and Dakotas, along with pictures of collapsed wheels and rusty, misshapen ball joints.
It looks like this deteriorated to the point where it got small enough so it popped out of the socket.
We showed Tina Check's upper ball joint to the mechanic who was fixing Kate McGee and Sawyer's Durango.
This is Tina's ball joint. That's Kate's ball joint.
And just like their accidents, he says their ball joints are a perfect match. Worn, rusted, and broken apart.
Does it look like a defect to you?
Yes.
I think it's outrageous the Department of Transportation and Chrysler have taken so long to deal with this.
Former NHTSA Administrator Joan Claybrook suspects Daimler Chrysler is more concerned about protecting the bottom line.
Their view is, in a cost-benefit ratio, that it's cheaper to let these circumstances happen, a few people get killed, and they don't have to pay for all the replacement parts.
Tina wanted her broken parts to be analyzed as part of the government investigation. The company charged her $800. CBS footed the bill and sent them to Washington.
I could have lost one of my kids that day. I could have lost one of my kids, the most precious things in the world. How can they let this happen?
Daimler Chrysler says it's actively working with NHTSA, is unaware of any injuries, and only a small percentage of its customers report upper ball joint separation. The company directs any drivers who experience unusual front-end noises or clunking to contact their local dealership and has previously stated those noises provide sufficient warning.
There were no warnings whatsoever.
There was no warning.
And before this story repeats itself again, Kate and Tina just want the company to take action quickly.
Recall them, and fix them right.
In Dartmouth, Massachusetts, I'm Mika Brzezinski for Eye on America.
Still to come on the CBS Evening News, chickens and mouthwash in the same story. What's the connection? We'll tell you in a moment.
We vacationed here every year. One day, Brian, he made this giant sand castle and said, this is where we belong. We opened the sandbar 3 months later. After Brian died, I think some people thought that I should probably close down and move back to the real world. But this is our place.
Insurance from Mutual of Omaha.
This is where I belong.
Help keep dreams alive. Begin today.
Night. It's when most of the world sleeps. A time to reset our clock so we can begin a new day. It's all part of the rhythm of life. But for many, this healthy cycle is disrupted because sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. All people taking sleep medicines have some risk of becoming dependent on the medicine. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. In most instances, memory problems can be avoided if you take Ambien only when you're able to get 7 to 8 hours sleep before you need to be active again. Talk to your doctor about Ambien and wake rested and ready to start your day. Ambien works like a dream.
There's an easier way to get a 6-month supply of clean, great-tasting water. Pure water filters. Bottled water quality, right from your faucet. Pure water filters. Your water should be pure.
Women over 50 are at a greater risk for a heart attack. Because of age and other risk factors, doctors often recommend Bayer. Aspirin has been proven to reduce the risk of a heart attack. Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen. Trust your heart to Bayer.
This is Alan. He has cancer. This is Sarah. They've been together 46 years.
Way to go, sweetheart. Now go get it.
This is the number they called when he was diagnosed, so they could get answers to their questions.
Kiss that ball.
So they could get through this together. This is the American Cancer Society. This is who to call for help.
I love you. Tomorrow, analyzing the Survivor All-Stars. Who's on top of the game, who's not, and what will happen next. Find out when Mitchell and Heidi join our roundtable. See why more people are watching The Early Show.
With an epidemic of obesity in America and fast food restaurants under pressure to cut the fat, McDonald's says it is now phasing out its famous, some might say notorious, supersized servings of French fries and soft drinks. Those fries alone contain 610 calories, 77 grams of carbs, and 29 grams of fat. The FDA has just approved a whole new concept in food safety, one that may prevent millions of food poisoning cases a year. CBS News medical correspondent Elizabeth Caledon reports it's a simple idea. It just took a long time to hatch.
For years, chicken farmers have been looking for a way to keep their product as germ-free as possible, and it appears they've